Morning Maté. Hey everybody, John here. Woke up in Shanghai. Well, didn't really wake up, didn't really sleep too much last night. I had a 12-hour layover getting to Indonesia in Bali, and I was like, hey, let's get off and check out Shanghai for a couple hours. So here we are. But I wanted to drop in on a morning Maté, plus it was kind of raining out in our little park here. We're not drinking Maté either, we're drinking, what is it? Longjing green tea. Anyway, I want to talk about something that came into my mind just a few days ago before I left. I was really freaked out. I was freaked out by death, and that doesn't happen to me very often. And it wasn't even from an experience that happened, it was from something I was reading actually. And it wasn't just any death, it was slow death. The kind where you're aware of it happening, the impendingness of it. I was reading this article about a Nigerian fisherman who was in a boat that sank, and his crew got swept out and they all died. And he sinks with this thing to the bottom of the damn sea, finds an air bubble and survives. So he's in this air bubble in the bottom of the ocean, freezing cold salt water, so he can't drink it, and complete darkness, like totally alone. And the thought of that just really freaked me out. 60 hours later, 3 days later, dive crews come to retrieve the bodies. They find this guy alive, which would freak out any deep sea diver, anyone to think of that. And of course he had to go through some series of repressurizing and taking his time to get back up and all that. Anyway, the guy lives, the guy survives 3 days in the bottom of the ocean. But the thought of putting myself in that situation really gave me a jolt, really freaked me out. More than I've ever been freaked out by death. I wake up the next morning, normal morning, everything is fine, and then I think about this again, jolts me, freaks me out, and I get really kind of fearful. And then all of a sudden I'm like, well, check myself here, okay, I'm breathing fresh oxygen, I have 2 feet on the ground, everything's fine, and it starts to feel really good. It's like, breathing air, feels great, feet on the ground, this feels great, this feels comfortable, and suddenly I have this vivid excitement for life and appreciation and gratitude for just the simplest things of breathing and drinking fresh water, the sustenance and all of that. And it just makes you think, why do we have to have these situations or things happen for us to be appreciative of life? Often, you know, people have a brush with death, and all of a sudden, boom, they're way more aware and alert, and they're appreciative of things. Why can't we appreciate these things without the fear and without the that experience that goes with it? Maybe have that uplift of the absence of fear and the absence of these things. And I was reading another article talking about how, you know, we often do dwell on the negative things, the fearful things, because as an evolutionary standpoint, we have more to benefit survival-wise from negative things, because there's more chance of death and whatever else. Just being happy, okay, yeah, there's not normally like a life or death situation of just being happy. But we're conscious beings. Let's change that. We've evolved. We don't have these threats of a cougar jumping into us, or, you know, all these kind of crazy things. So let's be mindful people, appreciate that, enjoy these breaths of fresh air, and be appreciative to be alive, because why not? And then you might even find yourself having tea in Shanghai, feeling pretty energized and alive, even when you haven't slept for a little while. And I also want to give a thank you shout out to Ali on the phone there, who I met in the airport, and also was down for a 12-hour layover adventure in Shanghai. So cheers, morning Maté to you guys, and let's go check out Shanghai, Ali.
Perfect.